The hero's preparations had not been in vain. As expected, an undead horde descended upon the town of Redcliffe overnight. Despite a handful of guards dying, and a militia that apparently had no intention of helping defend their own lands, the undead were defeated. After assessing the casualties and wounded, they decided the only way to put an end to this would be to bring the fight to the castle. Without stopping to rest, the heroes went to confront whatever evil awaited them. Redcliffe would be free of this nightmare, or become lost forever. First off, it was Vile who did the write-up, so Vile, give us a brief rundown of what happened in the last session. And let's start the music.
Was it a write-up?
Yeah. It was a write-up.
He posted one.
You guys handed it to me. Let me bring it back up.
Yeah, we handed it to him after the battle because
I don't remember watching it, reading it. That's all I'm saying.
1 sec, almost there. Recap. All right. I'm not too loud, am I? Adjusted my mic again.
You're fine for me.
Okay. Things have gone from normal to medical emergency to giant ogres in my face, now facing hordes of undead. Where do I start? Okay. We left what used to be my quaint little shop. If I ever find who looted my home and has my shield, I'm going to murder them. It's now wiped off the map. My little lovebird apprentices, murdered. Vengeance will be explosive by an undead monstrosity. And now, more than likely, Mother is dead too. I haven't been this frustrated since a pretty little elf lady used her wily ways to dupe me out of a steep discount on my supplies in my shop. Off topic. Stay on topic. Okay. So what do we know right now? Okay, 1, we got to Redcliffe. Find out the keep has abducted the townsfolk for some reason. 2, undead are streaming out of said keep at night to murder everything in its path. Not good. 3, Alistair has led a small resistance. It's up to our group to help them survive. 4, first night's defense went well. 1 floating undead mage down. 1 barrel of explosive oil consumed. I think the dwarf got more rolls out of that than I did. I have my emergency reserves of supplies. Morgan, I believe, is without any major casting ability. Nicola, unknown reserves. Evelyn says she has some healing left. Theo looks untouched like me. And the dwarf has a scruff mark on his helmet, I think. Reminder, polish and tower shield for dwarf. Okay, 5. Combat performance for the group is acceptable. Can confirm dwarf is still an immovable wall of metal. Morgan used some magic that made her pass out. This is concerning for future encounters. And I believe we could hold out without great difficulty for maybe 2 more nights. Then we might need to consider drastic measures. All right, 6, combat losses. Half the guard, 100% loss of faith in the militia's ability not to run away soiling their pants at the first sight of danger. Must be related to low gain. 7, despite this endless prattle, the group's planning capability, above average. Current situation is as follows. Instead of resting, we plan to head off to the keep at sunrise to catch the mastermind of this undead mess off guard. A direct advance could be problematic. Must find out a stealthy approach. I hypothesize that Sir Von Drack will be very capable of finding such a way. Right then, enough of that. For the important notes. 1, Alistair, the most senior members of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, and by extension, we are fucked. I think that's how Drastoff would put it. 2, must pump Alistair for all the Grey Warden info I can before he dies like everybody else we've tried to save. His ability to keep the militia in order, not all that great. And if we have no evidence suggests the combat ability is any better, well, see point 1. Dwarf has an almost unsettling love for traps and has every intention of combining them with magic and or my alchemy to make them more destructive. Need to file that under actually positive developments. Okay, 4, keep an eye on Theo and his spending habits. While valuable, spending 35 gold on that merc was outlandish. And if you keep spending money like that when we have none, it's going to be a problem when it comes down to us to pay that salary. And that's not going to go well between noble and dwarf. I see a fight there. 5, as the elder of this group, I must keep in mind that it's up to me to lead by example with a sense of dignity and maturity. See point 1 extension for probable outlook. 6, final point. It is reasonable to suspect Redcliffe either has bigger needs than Logain is saying, or saying that we're outlaws, or maybe they don't believe him. Once this is done, we must make the opportunity to entrench ourselves as an allied Redcliffe. Possible safe harbor from that treacherous scum. All right, no more time. Off to the castle. And, Mother, you better not be undead. I'm not going to handle that well.
I love the recaps in his voice. It's so good.
Bullet points. Checks out.
Everything's got to be a list. All right, Vile.
Makes it nice and
You did the recap? Who's got it this week?
moving on. I
Let
have
us move
revenants
on.
to kill and die to.
We'll get it fixed. All right. So here we are, and you guys have secured the town. The sun is on its way up. We have decided to just stomp on into the castle and see what we can find.
Yeah, strike while the iron's hot.
Let me remedy that answer. We are there to die a glorious death.
Theo would
That
like
works.
to stealthily approach this situation.
The DC to approach will be high. You are approaching a single area in the middle of the day with no cover. So you can try it, but this will be tough.
I would just leave it in.
Like, it's not going to
Right
hurt
behind
you to
the
do
door.
it, but
Eh,
the castle has only one entrance, and you're walking towards it with the sun out. Like, there's no way to really sneak this in.
I'll wait till we. I imagine there might be like a drawbridge or something, so I'll wait till we actually get in the castle before I start doing that.
The castle is not far away. You guys could be able to see it okay from where you are. Not a lot of detail, but the drawbridge was lowered to unleash the undead to the town, and it has not been raised.
Yeah, there's no
Got a
point.
question.
Anybody else
So-
smelling a trap?
So, since I used to live here for a while, can I recall any rumors or scuttlebutt about like hidden or secret passages that maybe the townsfolk would talk about? Like maybe the Arl went and, had a way of getting out to go see some mistress, or like the servants had a little secret entrance.
The Arl was cheating on his wife.
Hey, we're talking about
Oh,
townsfolk rumor mill, right?
Just going down and like banging the farmer's daughter.
Hello, I'm here to give you my noble presents.
You can try it with a society check.
Who knew presence was about 5 inches long?
You have heard that there are ways to escape the castle in case of a siege. Every castle has a design that way. But that is always a one-way type of exit. You're not supposed to go in that way.
Okay. Well, darn.
That was a good try.
No, sounds like we have to go through the path of most resistance, yeah?
Which is to
What's
say
that?
the past was most fun. So just move on and accept that it's going to suck.
I feel like you saying things suck just does not mesh well with my understanding of you. I don't think we've encountered something that's been a problem to you yet.
Yeah, just wait. When we find out something like that, it'll be hilarious. We're all going to die.
You mean like the ogre?
I mean, speak for yourself. I'm not going to die.
Yoga. Yoga was doable.
Oh, that's the first time I saw you actually take a lot of punishment.
Well, yeah, it's an ogre.
But hey, Smile, you got a scuff mark on your helmet last night.
Yeah, and it'll be polished out. Like everything else.
So wait, out of character, are we walking up to the castle and Drastov has his helmet out while he's polishing it?
Yeah.
Drastov gets carbined.
Just completely clarifying now.
Yep.
Morrigan will poke Lucius. Lucius.
Hmm?
I know this may have been a sensitive topic, but I am not at my best ability. Do you have any chemicals I can use to try to help?
Well, I used everything that I actually prepared for last night.
Well, shit.
Did I hear this?
So everything I can make right now will be.
Morgan
use
is not attempting to hide the conversation. If
Yeah,
Lucius
I'm gonna
is,
s-
then that's on him.
I'm going to say she's talking about lyrium.
No, I'm not.
She's talking about lyrium.
She didn't mention lyrium, but lyrium would be great.
Oh shit!
Does my character even know about lyrium?
You would.
Anyone who's involved in the science or in dwarven economies or magic. So commoners, maybe not, but
Okay.
your business, you would.
Uh,
Lyrium is a very, very valuable substance mined by the dwarves and used almost exclusively by the mages circles and some to the Templar orders.
Don't forget the profitable trade that the dwarves in Tevinter have.
Yep.
Well, that's why I was mentioning
Yeah.
the dwarven economies. They are the dwarven mountains is really the only place lyrium comes from.
If you
Wait.
have lyrium, feed it to the.
If you have lyrium, definitely give it to the mages, but you do not. That shit is
don't.
very expensive.
Wait. The town doesn't have any magic users, right? Maybe there's some in the town, and they just. Well, no, it's so valuable. It's probably taken.
Your best bet would be
that'd be
the
one of
best
the
bet
first
would be the
ones used.
chantry, but they're not going to give it to. And no offense meant by this, but someone of Morrigan's standards or standing.
I want nothing to do with.
Yeah, they might have some for the Templars, but honestly, try. Actually, aren't all the Templars dead? We could just walk in there and take it if there's any. What are they gonna do to stop us? Like, oh no, you're taking our precious lyrium. Yeah, to save your dumbasses.
Avalon is an upstanding member of the circle. They would have no reason to refuse her.
Is a valid point.
I mean,
Time to steal some lyrium. I mean, be quiet.
Grabbing a water.
Through legal ways.
Appropriate.
I guess it's not theft if it's for good reason.
I mean, name a better reason than what we're currently doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you want me to run back to town and check if they have any lyrium from Oregon, I can.
Very good.
I guess I'm gonna run back to town really quick then, and I'm gonna ask Alistair if he knows anything about the Chantry having lyrium.
RP in game.
Oh, you fum chuckler.
No, I always say this. This is nothing new.
I know. Doesn't mean you're not a fum chuckler.
Okay. Keep raising the DC then.
I'm gonna run over to Alistair. A little winded because I would have ran pretty much the whole way.
Oh, you missed me that bad already. You are so easy to wind up. What can I do for you?
I was asked to run back here and see if I might be able to commandeer some lyrium.
Oh.
Given that some of us are a bit burnt out.
I don't have any, and I don't know if the Chantry does, but I can bring you to the Revered Mother if you want to talk to her.
As a circle mage, if somebody's going to ask, it's going to be me.
Alistair kind of like glances down the road at the other companions. Yeah, I'd say you have the best bet.
Well, let's get this over with. I expect to be told no.
Why would they tell you no? Come on. He leads you inside. This is the first time anyone has been in here. The Chantry is in rough shape. The place is pretty beat up. There are way too many people in here. It's asses to elbows of just frightened civilians, women crying, children running around amok. Everyone looks exhausted, hungry, and you are led to the Revered Mother, who is leading a sermon to some people that You kind of surmise they might not actually believe it, but they're just looking for the comfort and the tranquility that it provides. Do you interrupt her or do you wait?
I'll wait a moment.
It is a couple of minutes before she is finished, and people get up to leave, and she turns to you. Welcome, my daughter. You are one of the heroes that saved our town.
We haven't done any saving until the thing that's causing these attacks is dealt with. But I'm grateful for the kindness.
Your humility is inspiring. What can we do for you?
Well, I was actually hoping to acquire some lyrium for myself. I'm pretty expended magically after the battle.
Her face turns. Oh, you're a mage.
Yeah.
The Chantry don't like the mages.
Sincere apologies. I know that this probably isn't something you want to deal with.
I do not have much, and even less to spare. Please wait a moment. And she heads into her little office. Alistair looks at you. I don't think she's going for it.
I look at him and I say, I can be real with her, but about the need and the fact that we're going to attack the castle.
She seems like an idealist. I would give her more of a reason than a please, ma'am kind of attitude. Hey, I was always raised, it's better to ask for forgiveness and permission, right?
Sound like something the Templars would propagate.
Hey, no need for your sass. The mother returns, and she has a small pouch in her hand, and she looks very hesitant to give it to you.
God, I'm so bad at stuff like this. Mother, listen, I'm not asking for any greedy or malicious intent. With a bit of lyrium, we'd be able to actually take the castle and finally deal with this problem. I mean, look at what we did tonight, but it's undeniable that we were successful. The losses were, I would like to think, comparably minor, though people still died. But if we can do this, then we can actually save more people by nipping the problem in the bud. And we just need the help from you. We can do this.
Roll that diplomacy.
God damn it! I'm gonna.
You're getting a +2. You are very genuine. Come on, you got this.
I'm gonna eat dirt. Watch.
Come on, you got this. Damn.
Shit, son.
We have a hero moment right at the start of the game. Excellent. That is a character with a natural 1 in diplomacy. Fuck yeah. She does not look happy with this decision, but you can see that she doesn't have her head in the clouds. She knows that reality is reality. And she hesitantly hands you the little bag. Please swear to me, on your honor and in front of the Maker, that this will be used to save lives and retake the castle.
Absolutely. And if I don't hold to that promise, then I hope that I die. Because frankly, I won't be making it out of the castle otherwise. And I give her a smile and I say, we got this.
May the Maker watch over you, my girl.
And may the Maker protect you as well. And then
you have a little pouch of lyrium.
I'm going to give a gentle bow and leave.
Sniff it, go, do it.
Alistair's walking beside you. That I can't believe that worked. Good job.
I hate talking to people.
It shows, but you're really not that bad at it, you know.
I could really use some pointers before I say anything about being good.
See, you're a genuine, compassionate person, and people like that. You should be less afraid.
All right. I know
All
you're
right.
right. But anyway, we need to go. I have to go help nip this problem in the bud.
I'll be here trying to round up what's left in case you guys do not return. If you guys don't come back, I'm taking what's left of the town, and we are leaving.
That is what I was going to recommend. It's good to know we're on the same page.
I'll give you guys a day. If you do not come back or the attacks happen again tonight, I'll have to assume that you all are dead. If that's the case, I'll be taking what's left of the town to Orsamar. I hope to see you guys again.
And I hope to see you again as well.
Good luck to you.
I give him a nod and I start running to rejoin the group.
All right. Evelyn returns to the group looking exhausted, but maybe still cherry-faced a little bit. But what kind of mood is Evelyn in?
I have a smile on my face because I was actually successful, as I would express that. I would say success.
Excellent.
That was a terrible experience.
So they did have lyrium after all.
I would offer the bag to Morgan, and I would say yes.
How much of that
Wait.
magic shit do they have?
I believe
It is very little.
I'm about to say I believe this is everything they had.
Well, better than nothing.
Much better than nothing. It is very little, but it is some.
All right.
Mm.
Well,
unless
this will
we all have
certainly help. I appreciate it.
I nod and I say, unless we all have any other immediate, last minute things we want to attend to, it's time to go save the town.
Well, or die trying.
Right? I look at Jostov and I sincerely say, we're going to save the town.
Ah, I see you found a backbone. Very good.
Well, maybe I need to be a bit better about my optimism. All right. We going?
All right. Is everyone ready to go? This is your last chance to do anything else.
Yes, ready to go.
All right. Y'all know what's about to happen, right?
We're going to walk in, save the day. Theo's going to get loads of riches. There's going to be some maidens there for Theo. Everyone's going to have a happy ending.
There's no way
Exactly.
that this can possibly go wrong.
Drastov's
I ran out of blue pills. Cannot have a happy ending.
Drastov's going to get the best armor that he wants with an amazing tower shield. Nicola's just going to get to like make little gun symbols and shoot like. She's going to get Mjolnir, in fact. She'll just fucking get Mjolnir. Yeah, exactly. And Avalon, I don't know, will get emotional stability or something like that.
Avalon will be stripped of her magic so she can be a normal person.
Oh.
The self-hate is real.
We have to
don't
put.
want to be contracted.
We gotta put
Wait 2
temps
minutes.
on it.
Put on Linkin Park for Avalon.
Shut the fuck up.
Crawling in.
How could this happen to me? Gotta put some Simple
Made
Plan
my
on.
mistake.
God, I hate that fucking song. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Is it so bad that Avalon just wants to be a normal person?
Yes.
Yep. Fucking normies keep ruining everything for hardworking adventurers.
Hell, she still wouldn't be a normal and well-adjusted person even if she didn't have her magic. Let's be real here.
I mean, she has a red head, so she wouldn't be normal. She doesn't have a soul.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Accurate.
Damn!
Listen, man, you lose your magic. We'll still find ways just to poke holes. That's what we'll do.
I thought we were on Twitch and couldn't rag on people for it.
Jesus Christ.
I've been lied to.
God, I feel the love. Thanks, everybody. Damn.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going to keep my shield up while we're walking in because I don't trust this shit.
Yeah, I've got my rapier out, and when we enter in, if I do see any sort of foliage or anything, I would like to jump into stealth. I get that it might be hard because it'll be a courtyard, but I imagine there'll be maybe something I can maybe hide behind or something I can use to my advantage.
If you want to try to stealth approach, you can. Just be aware the DC is tough. And if you fail it, you could potentially just be caught out in the middle.
Yeah,
So do you want to try this or not?
Nah, because I don't want to be caught out in the middle.
It is very dangerous to try to do this, but it is an option if you want to. So no?
Like the risk and the reward, like the reward would be really fucking good, but I don't know.
The risk could also be you getting completely turbo fucked.
The risk is you get caught basically by a line of archers in the middle of nowhere. Like, then you will totally be fucked. So it is possible that you succeed, but if you fail, it could be bad.
Nah, I'll leave it. I'm not doing it.
All right.
Look,
I assume your formation is dressed up as up front and no one else is up front, or is Evelyn up there?
Let me eat the first wave of whatever bullshit they're throwing at us. I'm still healthy. It'll suck, but I'll probably.
Nah, man, we've got the old man up there just like shoot me, motherfuckers, and this blows up. He's like, it's a total like hostage situation. He's just like holding the barrel. Like if you shoot this, then you're all dead. He's just going to.
The dwarf is holding the barrel. What are you talking about?
There we go. That was weird.
I just imagine we've made our own version, like see with in Lord of the Rings where he's creating the gunpowder. He's got the gunpowder, and you see that Urukai running up to the walls.
Yeah.
That's just going to be Drastov.
Yes. That's gonna happen.
I'm about to say I will leave frontlining to Drastov to stay on topic.
Yeah,
we have only one front line, and everyone else is taking the rear of the formation.
Honestly, I would make up a second line.
I'm not concerned about your guys' formation. That's not how this is going to go down.
Oh.
It's who's going to be hit at first.
It's who's at the most risk of being shot in case it starts that way, yes.
I'm at the very back.
Theo's like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm
the same.
Drastov makes the most sense because he is overwhelmingly well armored.
Theo is walking up and down the line saluting people, be like, sniper check.
Like you'll die proudly, my good friend. What?
Your loss will be remembered.
Go and get them. Psh, slap them in the head.
All right. We're going to transition the map.
Listen, it's what Imperial's Guardians are for.
I'm staying behind the immovable wall of metal.
Before I swap the map, I'm going to describe what you guys see, so it's not like, holy shit, what the fuck? You guys are approaching the castle. You're about maybe a 5-minute walk from it. The castle was incorrectly described. It is not a drawbridge that holds the castle. It is a bridge over the river, and the castle is protected by a gate that is currently raised. So the bridge is always there, with the gates been closed. It was open to unleash the enemy to you. As you guys approach, you can see that there are some mild fortifications set out, basically tank traps to prevent people or cavalry from charging over it, that have been scattered over the entrance of the bridge. And there are more inside the bridge that are forced to make people coming through in a serpentine pattern, so that way cavalry cannot run over it. On the sides of each of these tank traps are like barrels, empty boxes, and stuff like that, makeshift cover. On top of the battlements are ballistas that are currently aimed down at your position. And we will transition the map.
Fuck man, there's tower defense.
As you guys are looking across the way from where you are, there are the glints of the sun over many, many arrows pointed at you. All 4 of the ballistas are currently loaded and pointed in your direction. There are more crossbowmen posted across the bridge, set up behind the cover, with multiple infantry standing there with their axes in one hand and a shield in another, and a big, tall undead in black plate mail standing there in the middle of all of it.
Oh, I want.
And this is happening now as the sun is directly overhead, which does not seem to affect them in any way. And they are standing there watching you approach. All of the undead, minus the big guy in the middle, are standing there motionless in perfect unison and look like they were statues, not moving in any way. The big dude, you can almost see his chest moving as if he's breathing. And you can see little things of almost like purple gas coming out from under his helmet. And now, you guys can proceed as you want to. They are not approaching you, but all of their weapons are armed and aimed at you, with the big dude just kind of watching you.
Right.
Not good.
So,
But I say, well, and I guess in fairness, this is roughly what I expected. Should we try?
This is
and
what Big
talk?
Dude looks like.
One question. Is this the revenant we saw in like the wonderful necromantic ritual? I'm guessing
That one had bronze armor, I think, if I recall.
What Big Dude looks like? Did we get an example?
It is getting loaded. It's taking a long time, apparently.
Must be a big file.
I didn't realize it was that big of a picture.
So, if we're planning strategy, then we want Drastov and myself at the front, taking on these guys. Lucius, you take out these guys, the crossbowmen. I'm sure you can do that with your alchemical goods. Will Morrigan and Nicola tries to take out the ballistas if that's even doable. If we can advance and use some form of cover to get you guys in range, that's going to be our best bet. There's a big chasm down. There's no other way we get ahead.
Can't we? I feel stupid for saying this, but can't we try and talk since they're not immediately attacking us? I mean, aren't we in range of those ballistae?
Yeah.
Talk about what?
Talk to the undead.
I point towards the big black guy, the big black armored guy, and I say, I mean, is he undead?
That's my point, though. What do we want to talk about? Like,
Man, this picture just won't fucking go. Pissed me off.
I'm
not saying I'm against it. I'm just wanting to understand, like, if they've taken over the castle, right, and we're trying to get the Lord out, or we believe the Lord is maybe been killed or whatever or captured, then that's really the only thing I can think of. But if they're taking over the castle, are they willingly going to give us the castle back and the Lord of that castle that poses a threat to their rule?
Anyway, picture doesn't want to upload, so instead it's just a hyperlink to where it is if you want to see what the dude looks like. His armor is bronze in color, but it looks very old and decayed and molded over.
Oh, so it is the leader.
That's him.
Yeah, that's definitely the one that we saw. Looks like he's wielding a bastard sword and a small shield.
okay, so maybe talking isn't on the table.
He's a big boy.
Drastov.
He does almost look like he's breathing, which is odd.
That's him. That's the one.
Yep, right. Morrigan, if you take the drugs, can you blow up some of the ballistae and the caster dude at top?
Wait.
Left.
I look at Morgan. I say, you're not a blower upper, right? So I don't know. Would you be comfortable and capable of controlling?
I can destroy those weapons, but I need to get closer.
So we need to cover Morgan as we assault the bridge.
I will need to be closer to do that.
I'm assuming.
Although the enemy is not engaging us, we do not need to engage them, it seems.
Well,
So you're in support of the idea of talking to them too?
At the very least, we can be in a more advantageous position, although they may react hostile to that. If they wanted to kill us, they'd be under fire. This is either a go away or come talk to us position.
Is anyone else taking note of the fact that it's daylight and they haven't melted?
Yes.
Oh no, I'm aware.
Okay.
Just means that there has to be a necromancer or some shit like that around, which is, well, not good for us. But what if?
Ooh. That staff. Where's the staff?
What's that?
Is that the wand we got, you mean?
The wand?
Yep, that one.
That reminds me, we never identified what spell was on it. What is on it? We have some time. in spell
Who
casting.
has a Arcana check?
I can make an Arcana check on it.
Anyone who has Arcana can attempt to identify the wand.
Would rune be applicable? I do have rune lore. Probably.
Yes.
Hey.
Fucking average as shit rolls.
The Arcana
Right,
is not
yeah.
enough. The Arcana, you can tell that this was a wand that was made poorly. It was made in haste, and it is currently drained out. Drastov, your runic knowledge. This wand was made by someone who's not very good at what they were doing. And as you are kind of reading the inscription on it, this wand is whatever spell is on it, it is used to emotionally compromise people.
Oh, so this is how that fear was cast.
Wand of Dick Envy.
Yeah, wand of emotional insecurity. If you want to, I can look at this later and see if I can fix it up.
We have more important business to attend to.
I think I handed off to Nicola. Did I?
Yeah, you'd give it to me, yeah.
Yep. Just make sure to have it on your sheet so you don't forget about it.
Yep.
Write it down as the wand of emotional insecurity.
Along with a wand of blinding that we've also given to Nicola. Nicola's gonna have a bandolier of wands.
Nicole's got all the money in the party now. She just can be like, peace, and just leave.
Bye!
Oh,
Time to go save my friend.
That'd
bye.
be a good payday, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
that would be the ultimate betrayal. It would be so good.
And
Like Nicola just won the campaign.
Yeah, and then she gets hunted down and killed. And then we take all of her shit. It'd be great.
That'd be a great way to make friends with the Dalish elves. Kick down their
Yeah,
doors
what-
and murder one of them.
Sorry, she stole from us. Fuck you too.
Yeah, they don't really care.
And that's why you are hippies and nobody likes you.
well, we've got a challenge. We've got a problem in front of us, and it looks like talking is probably the good way to start this exchange.
You don't have
Talking
to.
to undead. This is interesting.
Yeah.
You can just fire the first shot. It's up to you guys. You have the option at this point.
We are massively outgunned here, and we at least need to get closer.
You guys tell me what you want to do. All
Why
I'm
am I
doing is
being
making sure you're
pragmatist
aware.
I
I'm not
talk to
negotiating.
undead.
I'm not good at it. If you want to negotiate with them, go right ahead.
Do you want me to talk to them?
If they were, go ahead. I just don't think that they want to talk.
I look at Theo and I say, for my part, if you want, we definitely can talk and see what's going on, but this, at least for me, is about getting closer so we can actually do something. Because otherwise, I mean, if we make our hostility known, the ballistas will rain hell on us for a very long walk.
Okay. I'm going to tell Drastov to come with me. And Theo address.
As the two of you walk towards it,
I would follow suit.
motionless skeletons that have been standing here watching you guys. The soldiers at the front raise their weapons in a high, ready stance. The crossbows at the front on the bridge follow the three of you that are acting as ambassadors. The ballistae, the two in the closest to the center are armed with the ambassadors. The two at the outside and all of the bows at the outside move in unison to watch your guys' rear line. So the skeletons are not mindless. They are being puppeted, it looks like. They are moving in perfect unison without communication.
Yeah, so it's the Revenant telling them probably.
The Revenant, with his weapon still at the low ready, raises it, puts it to his chest so that the tip of the blade is directly at eye level, does a flourish, and swings it back down. Anyone with a society check, this isn't difficult. That is a armed salute.
Cool. Theo will do the same.
I better say, I'm reminded of Ilya as I see that.
So Theo will return the salute. And there you go.
I was gonna say, I guess I'll mimic it as well, considering I feel like I've been here before.
Yes.
As you guys are returning the salutes, the front line and the big dudes start to slowly advance towards you. Again, these skeletons move in an unnerving pattern. Every single one of their movements is in perfect unison. Like they are one copy, and it's almost an illusion spell. It's unsettling to watch.
So we can see here that the living no longer occupy this castle. Which what has happened to the residing lord that was once here?
Let's get a diplomacy first. Let's see how well he takes to you.
Wait there. So what I would like to do before, right, would this work? Would this work in this case to make it any better for me? If I was to do that firstly. Might have been a noble before.
The Revenant?
Yeah, that's who I'm talking to.
It could possibly have been, but that would require a society check first to try to identify who he may have been.
Whoa.
That will be very difficult, though, but you can try it.
I think the point here was more Will was asking if he could use the courtly graces skill to make an
You're trying to
impression.
pass off that you're a noble.
I'm not trying to pass off. I'm using this skill to trying to make a good impression straight away on the person or whatever's controlling it to maybe enhance my chances after with the diplomacy.
It's still a diplomacy check, though, isn't it?
It's a society check.
Oh, you're using society instead of diplomacy. Okay, that's what you're asking.
So this again, what I'm hoping is doing a good society check here, which will then lead to a good, hopefully a bonus towards my diplomacy. So hopefully he will take in. He's not going to like me, I get that, but he's going to be like, right, okay, I kind of, this guy looks okay, like, he seems decent or something like that. Like he's not
Yes, let's go for it. So society first.
Probably not.
Now a diplomacy. As you address him,
I'm changing this. I'm changing this token. It's shit.
You don't like the token?
Making me roll bad.
It's the token's fault.
Blames my work for his
Well,
fault.
first off, RP in game.
So we can clearly see here that the residing lord, who was once living, seems to no longer be in control of what was once his castle. Maybe request in regards to finding out who is now the liege lord of this castle.
Arl Eamon is unable to maintain his throne. He is alive, but unconscious. Prince Connor now owns this castle.
So
Do I hear that?
Yes, you're not far enough that you couldn't hear it.
a prince has somehow gained the ability or control of an undead army.
We are here to protect this castle and the estate of Redcliffe at the behest of Prince Connor.
We are also here to do the exact same thing. We are actually here to protect the whole nation in regards to the Darkspawn threat, with Arrow-Eamon still, by the sounds of it, not being removed or dead. It seems like Connor has somewhat taken a role of leadership in maybe his absence, or if he's taken ill. So if we were able to get some sort of audience to come to some mutual agreement in regards to the protection of Freldon, then I think that would best suit both parties.
This is another diplomacy check. Come on, roll well. It'd be
Okay.
amazing if this works.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh. Your other three, bring them forward.
I will tell the other three to come forward.
Morgan approaches with her eyes locked on the balustrade. Everyone perception check.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my god.
Okay, Nicola. Nicola is locking eyes with the enemy mage up there because you've already destroyed one and you can't wait to do it again. You are certain that mage up there is starting to move his wand around, and you're pretty sure it's preparing a spell. Lucius, you are concerned with Morrigan's apprehension, and as you watch her, you can see her left hand that she is trying to hide. Her fingers are moving in very deliberate patterns.
Avon's fell asleep.
What about me?
I'm saying, I take it you fell asleep.
I mean, I managed to roll worse than you, so.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck,
fine,
Drestoff
you
hit
know.
a 25.
Yeah, finally my roll went through. It took long enough. For some reason, it just did.
Yeah, I just noticed it now. All right, Drastov, you also noticed the same thing. Morrigan is moving her fingers in her left hand that she's trying to conceal while she's locking eyes with the ballista.
I see what Lucius is doing.
I'm not saying anything. I think this is excellent. We have them lined up perfectly for explosives.
Do we have an agreement, or?
Well, first off, this could be bad, or if this is what we want. You were given the hint. What do you do to it? The only people who saw are Drastov and Lucius.
I mean, Rastov is of the opinion these are undead, and if we get let in there, we're just gonna be slaughtered. So,
I am so unsure about what, like, fighting bad, but the concept of having a parlay with undead is equally mind-blowing. Can I attempt to, like, just whisper to her without drawing attention? Is there going to be a skill check involved in that?
In that?
you any good at that deception, my boy?
Deception? No.
How about stealth? Have you got stealth?
Just let it
Never.
happen.
Old man in stealth, no.
Okay, you can try. If you want to let her know without telling anyone, that is a stealth check, but
That's what coughing and clearing my throat was actually attempt to do.
Yeah, I know what you were trying to do, but that doesn't work on her because social graces are not her thing.
Yeah. So fuck.
Just accept that it's about to happen. It will be beautiful.
You know what? Here we go. So when I notice that, I'm gonna speak up. Excuse me. So wait, are we negotiating here? Is that what this is?
When I can like turn around to Lucius and be like, "Well, yeah, that's what you wanted me to do."
Morgan stops whatever it was she was doing.
Okay. This is weird, but okay.
The soldiers in front of the revenants, as before, move in perfect unison, and they just scatter out of his way. Your weapons on the ground. Your mages stay here.
I will go myself.
You will not. Your weapons on the ground. Your mages here.
I'm sure you understand, good sir. Asking us to disarm would be the exact same as me to ask you to come to Redcliffe and disarm.
I did not come to your fortress. You came to ours. Your weapons on the ground. The mages stay here.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to happen. Well,
Then
not.
there will be no discussion.
I'm going to like nudge Drastoff.
Leon just did a BRB in chat.
All right.
So
Yeah,
does that mean we're not negotiating?
out of character? Yes, isn't going to work. We're not splitting up the party. We're not leaving our frontliners and our mages out here with no protection. Yeah, it's not just going. That's not going to happen. I say we just fucking attack right now. He is out of position. This is the best we're going to get him at, and he is also probably only one skeleton come at a time. So if the ballistas are going to attack us at the front line, they're going to attack him also. So I would say Drastov just fucking rush forward, but fuck him, and then the mages try and take out the ballistas. While Lucius try to take out the back line. This is the
Tell me
best.
to get closer.
This is the best we're going to get it.
You are clustered together. If the ballistas fire at you,
I'm about to say,
it's going to be bad.
this is a bad situation for us.
The enemy's out of position, but so are you. What he's asking you to do is not unreasonable, but it is very dangerous for your position.
We can't split up the group. We can't leave the mages here and then all of us go inside the castle. He is splitting up the melee with the spellcasters.
I look at the Revenant and I say, will you promise us no harm will come to anybody as long as we do not perform harm towards you and yours?
The fortress of Redcliffe has its honor to maintain. No harm will come to you if you do as you are told to do.
I look at the others before, well, I take a quick glance towards the others before I start to take my sword and shield off. And I say, it's not the first time I've done this dance. And I put my sword and my shield on the ground and I step forward.
The Revenant stares intensely at you. Give me a will save. Oh, you feel something trying to go into your mind. You can feel a presence trying to invade your memories and your thoughts. You've done this training before, and you just immediately rocket that presence right out of your mind. The Revenant is still staring at you, but you could swear you saw some kind of recognition in his face the moment you did that.
I then look at the others and I say, If none of you will come and parlay, then I will go alone.